around. So looks like recent interview with on this podcast, Quentin Tarantino. Yes, Quentin Tarantino. In real life, he's really very straightforward person. If you have seen in him any interview, that's how he talk. I guess in one of his interview, one of this interviewer asked him about what do you think about movie star going away, and of course he says, he gave example about Marvel movie. He's saying that Marvel actor aren't the movie star. Captain America is the star, not the Chris Evans. Of course, when you hear, when you read this article, when his interview, what did he say about it? I do agree with him. What he said that, any movie, all this big character, when you are starring in them, like Spider-Man, Batman, or Captain America, even Superman, when you star in this movie, the characters are the star, not the actor who plays them. If you don't believe me, go tell that to Black Adam, that movie recently flopped at the box office. Although Dwayne Johnson, he's the biggest star in the world, but Black Adam, nobody, like normal audience, never heard of him. All the movie isn't good either. That movie flopped. But looks like Simu Liu, of course. Anything happen with anything, Simu Liu, he comes out and says something. Although I find his comment on this particular topics is really silly, because he doesn't know what he's talking about, because when you read his tweet, I'm here thinking, come on, Simu Liu, Quentin Tarantino, he made many diverse movie, come on, and Martin Scorsese, who is one of my favorite director. Let's be honest here, one of the greatest director ever. Some of his movies are amazing. If you don't believe me, watch Taxi Driver, Shutter Island, many other movies. The one movie he did with Andrew Garfield, of course, that movie is something so good. But Simu Liu, he's coming out and he's saying, back then, I get it what he's saying. Back then that was a different era, and now we are in different era because the audience for these movies are different. That is why who plays these characters are different these days. That is the truth. I know many people are like, but Simu Liu, I think he didn't get what was Quentin Tarantino said. If you read the article, he said that it is true. The recent Batman movie made $700 million, starring Robert Pattinson. Why you think that movie made that much money? Because of the character Batman. People went out and saw that movie, although that movie was 3 hours long, and nobody really know. Robert Pattinson movies are not hit at the box office. Why you think that movie made money? And even the Shang-Chi starring Simu Liu, even his movie made all this money, which is not that much, 400 something. It came out during the pandemic. Did well at the box office. And when you look into even his movie, Shang-Chi, why Shang-Chi made money? Because of the character Shang-Chi. People who read the comic, they went out and they want to see Shang-Chi. Simu Liu, he's not even star in his own movie. When you see that movie, his dad is, what was his, Tony Young. He's so good in that movie. Everybody like his dad. So Simu Liu, that is what he's saying in his tweet. The gatekeeper to movie stardom came from Tarantino and Scorsese. I would never have had the opportunity to lead 400 million plus movie. I am in awe of their filmmaking and genius. They are transcendent authors, but they don't get to point their nose at me or anyone. Again, you are not the star of your movie. Shang-Chi is. No movie studio or ever will be perfect, but I'm proud to work with the one that made a sustained effort to improve diversity on screen by creating heroes that empower and inspire people of all communities everywhere. And I love the golden age too, but it was white as hell. Again, he didn't understand what was Quentin Tarantino he was talking about. But he's really wrong here, Simu Liu. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Although he thinks he can make, put him in any other movie. Will his movie be making $450 million during the pandemic time? I don't think so, buddy. I guess he's trying to like talk for Marvel. But if he keep talking like this, I don't know if they will keep him. They're probably gonna fire him, because Marvel and Disney, they don't tolerate people who's on Twitter all the time and saying all this thing, because it's bad for their brand. And now that Bob Iger is back, this thing, I don't know how much it will be tolerated by Marvel. That is my biggest fear for Simu Liu. Although I do want to see him in other movies, because like, as I was saying, I really liked him as a Shang-Chi. Then again, Shang-Chi is the star of your movie, not you. And if I'm being honest here, the dad was the star of Shang-Chi movie. And that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment. What do you think about his comment? Very like pointless what he said. And if you enjoyed my this video, don't forget my other videos on other topics. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.